Good day, peace and blessings, Hillside community. This is Superintendent Glover coming to you from the Hillside Public Schools. As we wind down the first marking period and enter into the month of November, I wanted to capture a few of the highlights that have been taking place here in our district, just so everyone is clear and understands the great things that we're doing in our district for our students, as well as our growth points. So here's a quick snapshot of all the great things that we're doing in Hillside Public Schools, as well as some of those areas that we know we need to continue to grow. Our multilingual learner population has definitely increased over the last few years, which is a good thing. It increases our diversity, but with that also comes the needs of our students and our parents. So our ESL classes have taken place and are growing every week. We are now up to 100 families who are participating in our ESL language classes in the evening times. We have all of the Heritage Month activities that took place, but with that also came the increased outreach that our students and parents have been engaged with when it comes to work around understanding the Hillside community and also how to connect the Hillside community, the Hillside Public Schools, and the resources that those families may need. If I go back and look at our footprint in the classroom, we have added our Maplewood woodshop class, which is now allowing our students to engage in construction-like activities. We are also partnering with a major union who will be also offering resources and supports to our students in the high school landscape. So therefore, our students are now able to get a certification that will make them post-secondary career ready. We've also added our drone program. Our drone program is now in our elementary school and middle school, and we are using that to also launch into what will be our high school space, where we are getting our students to not just think about drones for fun, but drones for actual entrepreneurial activities. In our classroom spaces, we have been very particular about making sure our social and emotional supports and all the things that will help our students become mentally sound as they're sitting in our classroom. All of our schools have social workers now. We received a $1.25 million grant from the Department of Education to work around building our mental health capacities over the next 5 years. We also have a social and emotional support grant that's targeted towards the high school that works with our high school students who are also in need of additional supports. When we talk about the classroom, we are making sure that our AP classrooms stay intact. We're also making sure that we reimagine what gifted and talented looks like. It is part of the requirement as part of statute and code here in the state of New Jersey. But with that, we want to make sure our gifted and talented program is accessible for all of our students and expands the portfolio of activities they can engage in. In the classroom space, we've just now added Open Science, Open Sci-Ed, which is our science curricula that gives students more hands-on activities. Our Students to Science, where our students sit next to and work with scientists who are in the field, gives them opportunity to participate in real-world application. We are now on the precipice of launching our tech team, which is really about having our students become internships in our social media space, where they'll be working with our current social media webmaster, Mr. Ronald Williamson. We also understand that our students who have been struggling, as we are coming back into this consistent place of learning, with those who have experienced interrupted instruction over the last 2.5 years, we are engaged in tutoring for our students in 3rd and 4th grade, and that tutoring is directly targeted in the areas of language arts and math. We continue to have those other supports that we had previous to the COVID experience as well as after, but we have targeted our funds and resources to make sure that our students in the elementary grades are getting the supports they need in order to become successful readers and in the areas of mathematics. We continue to add new programs in the area of sports, but we're not just about sports, we're about making sure our teams are connected to activities that will allow them to be truly well-rounded citizens in our community. In fact, happy to announce one of our young ladies who participates in flag football was just offered a flag football scholarship. That is a first here in Hillside. We are also in the process of upgrading and identifying spaces within our buildings that need additions. Our high school auditorium is on the precipice of becoming a state-of-the-art space that we can utilize within the community that will be a value add to our community. We are also looking at our esports space that will hopefully start seeing construction taking place in the spring of 2024. Those are the things that are necessary in order to make sure our district is continuing to grow. Please understand, we are still trying to make sure we improve academic outcomes for our students. When the data comes out at our monthly report here in November, you will see that cohorts of our students in grades 2 through 6 have demonstrated significant gains over the last 2 years in the area of language arts literacy. Not happy to see where we're at in math, but that does not mean that we're not still trying. Increased professional development activities is allowing our teachers to engage in math coaching as well as math PD that's targeted towards a classroom that will help improve instruction and work with our learners today. There are so many other great spaces that I want to speak about, but I think it's important that you get a snapshot of where we're at right now. Hopefully, as you continue to stay invested and pay attention to what's happening in our school district via our social media platforms, also via the information that comes out from the school, you will see that Hillside Public Schools is definitely moving in a direction after just 45 days of instructional activities that's going to help your son and daughter, our children, become well-rounded citizens and prepare for post-secondary work. Please look for communication coming out about our strategic plan development conferences that will take place throughout the community, because we are going to launch our 2024 strategic planning process that will lead us into what does the portrait of a high school graduate look like here in Hillside. That will be in place by the year 2024 and carry us at least through 2027. Again, stay invested. Let's continue to support our students, our staff, because we are definitely moving in a direction that's going to be much more healthier for our students. This is Superintendent Glover saying thank you for continuing to be an advocate for our district, and let's continue to make sure our students are sitting in learning environments that truly reflect their needs and launches them into post-secondary college and career success.